What's up guys, Dave here from Knives, Gadgets, and More, and today we're gonna review a pocket knife. Alright guys, so as you can see here we have the Victorinox Cadet, and this is a great little pocket knife. I've had it for several years, and today we're just gonna go over the main features, and that way you'll be able to determine if it's something that will work for you. Alright, so the first thing we'll talk about are the different tools that this pocket knife has included in it. Now, as you can see, this is not the biggest pocket knife. This is a relatively small knife, and it just has some of the most basic tools, some of the most common tools that are commonly used. So the first one that we'll look at is the blade, the large blade. And you can see it just pops out just like that, and it's a standard pocket knife blade. Now, I'm not sure what type of steel it is. It is a stainless steel. It does a good job at resisting rust and corrosion. It's not the hardest steel out there, but it does a good job at holding its edge, and it is easy to sharpen. So even as the edge does wear down as you're using it, it's not a big deal because you can easily get it nice and sharp and ready to go for the next time that you'll be using it. But it's definitely a good blade for everyday tasks. Maybe if you're going camping, cutting up a piece of fruit or something like that. It can definitely handle those types of jobs very, very easily. Now the next included tool is this one. Now this is not a small blade, which some of these pocket knives include. This one doesn't include a small blade, but it does include this fingernail file and cleaner. So you can pick out stuff from your fingernails, you can file them down. I kind of think that's a little more useful than the small blade, which I never really use. I just use the large blade. So it's good that you got the large blade and then a little file there to take care of your fingernails, especially if you're out camping and stuff like that. Alright, the next tool, as you can see, is a flathead screwdriver, and it also includes a little wire stripper down at the bottom, and you have a bottle opener. So all useful tools. Definitely tools that you'll find useful if you're carrying around this knife in your pocket every day. Alright, and the last one that we have, the last tool that we have is the can opener. And you can see the can opener there. But one of the things that's pretty cool about the can opener on the Victorinox Swiss Army knives is that you also get a little flathead screwdriver at the top. So if your other screwdriver is too big, you can try out the small one that comes on the edge of the can opener. So pretty cool. So there are the tools that you get with the Cadet. Again, it's not fully loaded like some Swiss Army knives are. It's kind of minimal, kind of basic, and that might be the right knife for you. But like I said, these tools are probably the most common that are used on any Swiss Army knife, and I think it's cool that you can get a minimal knife that has these tools included. Now the next thing I want to talk about are the scales, the handle. So the scales on the Cadet are not the typical plastic that you find on Swiss Army knives. These are a material that Victorinox calls Alox, and I think it's an aluminum material, and then you can also see that it has texture either cut or punched into it. I really like it, and there are a few reasons why I like it. First of all, look at that. This knife is thin, and I love when knives are thin because it just makes them super easy, super convenient, super comfortable to carry around. I'll show you what this knife looks like in a pocket in a minute, but look at that. It's super thin. It's gonna disappear in your pocket. and you won't even notice that you're carrying it around all day. And the reason why they're able to get it so thin is because of those ALOX scales. Now I also like that these scales are very strong. They're super robust, and they make this a strong little pocket knife. On top of that, even when you have the blade deployed, they're comfortable too. So they're thin, they do give you a little bit of traction. You don't need much on a knife like this, but they do give you a little bit of traction. They feel good, and they're very thin and low profile. So I really like the scales that come on this knife. I really like that ALOX material. I think it's super cool. Now, like I said, I do want to show you what it looks like in a pocket. This knife doesn't have a pocket clip, which is okay. It does have a keychain ring if you want to attach it to your keys, which I think you definitely could do with this size of knife. It wouldn't be super bulky because it's so thin. Or you could attach a lanyard to this loop, which will make it easier to take out of your pocket or take out of a bag if you keep it in there. But let me show you how slim it is and how it fits into your pocket. There you go. You can barely even see it. It's so slim. I mean, it's just... you're not even going to notice that it's in there. Now, you don't have a clip, so you will have to go in there and fish it out. But it's a very comfortable knife to carry around in your pocket. Let's try it in the smaller pocket. See what happens. There you go. You could even carry it in there. And it just disappears. So it's super easy to carry around, super comfortable, again, because it's so thin. Now I do want to give you a little bit of a size reference for this knife, so let me take out my quarter. And then let's deploy the blade and take out the tape measure. So overall length, a little over 5.5 inches maybe, up to 6 inches with that lanyard loop. The blade itself, maybe about 2.5 inches. So pretty convenient size. It's not going to take up too much space. Let's close the blade and check out the width of it. There you go at the widest point. About an inch, maybe a little bit under. So it's a good size to carry around in your pocket. It's not going to be super bulky for you, and it's also not super small. You know how some of these pocket knives get really small and they're less functional because of that. This is a very functional size that is not going to take up a lot of space as you carry it around. Alright guys, so to sum it all up, some of the things I like about this knife: I like the tools that it includes. I like the blade. I think it's very functional. I like all the other tools that are included. I really like the scales. You can see mine's in black. It comes in other colors as well, which are also cool. I think they feel great and they look really cool, and they're also super thin, which makes this knife very comfortable to carry around. And overall, I think this is a great minimal pocket knife. And if you just want something with a few useful tools in it, then I don't think it gets much better than the Cadet. And just as a side note, I really like the name Cadet. I was a cadet at a military school in Virginia. That's where I went to college, and I don't know, I just like the name Cadet. Anyway, now is it a good knife for you? Well, if you understand that you're getting a very minimal pocket knife with just the basic tools, then I think you'll be very happy with this knife if you pick it up, because it feels like quality, and even though it is a classic Victorinox, it still has its own personality, and I think it's really cool. Now, if you do want to pick up this pocket knife, I will leave a link in the description below. That link is an affiliate link and it does help out the channel. Other than that, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. See ya.